whenever two commodities of different values and different weights are given, we need to find out the cost price. But what when they are blended together and a new selling price is taken out? So in those cases, how are we supposed to deal with the profit or loss for the dealer? Is it advisable or not? So all those calculations involved, will it be very tough, or with the same formulas which we discussed could be done? So for this, I, Reena Sharma, your Vitamin T, would be discussing these topics today so that profit and loss, we can very well be relatable to the current place where we are living. Now we can easily relate it with our day-to-day activities. So let's start the video. In our previous videos, we have learned how to calculate cost price, selling price, its percentage, comparison between two. If only the selling price is given, how to find out the cost price and all. Now, a different type of question, a new type of twist in the question. What is that? See, when two commodities purchased at different rate, mixed, generally this happens in our day-to-day life. The shopkeepers do these things so that they can maintain a balance by providing the quality as well as maintaining the price of the commodity, so that they can give the best to their customer and they can also earn a profit on it. So how do they do it? This type of sums are involved in the day-to-day activities also of the shopkeeper. See, how are we supposed to find or determine the price in this case? Hari bought 20 kg of rice as 36 per kg and 25 kg of rice as 32 per kg. He mixed the two varieties and sold the mixture at rupees 38 per kg. See, the cost price of two commodities of different quantities are there. But after mixing, the selling price is 1. So we have to first identify the total cost price in these type of questions, and then we can find the profit in the whole transaction. So how will we do? Let's see. Let's take cost price 1. So first is 20 kg rice at the rate of 36, and the second is cost price 2 is how much? 25 kg rice at the rate of 32, which amounts to, here it amounts to 720, here it amounts to 800. Now this is the cost price. If I total add it, I get 1520 as the cost price. Now in order to find the selling price, what to do? See, here the quantity has been mentioned. So the quantity of selling price is automatically assumed as 20 plus 25 is 45 and the rate per kg is 38 rupees. So selling price is only 1. So we are not supposed to write anything. Selling price on the total quantity, that is 45 kg is the total quantity and the rate per kg is 38, which comes to 1710, means 1710. So now can we identify what is the profit and loss in the whole transaction? Yes, of course ma'am, we can do, because selling price is more than the cost price. So there is a profit. How to find the profit? 710 minus 1520 will be our profit on the whole transaction, because the whole commodity is sold. This is equals to 190. Now what will be the profit percentage? Profit percentage is always calculated on cost price. It is on the whole transaction. So we will take the total cost price into consideration, which is equals to 190 by 1520 into 100 is equals to 12 by 2 percentage. It was coming in improper fraction. I have converted it into mixed fraction. It was coming 25 by 2. So now this is the way in which we will do these type of tricky but very easy sums. See, one more question of blending the commodities together and to bring out the cost price, one cost price, and find out whether it is a profit or loss. But here the question is given in the form of ratio. So no need to confuse yourself because 5:2. In this question, coffee costing 250 per kg was mixed with chicory costing rupees 75 per kg in the ratio 5:2. It means that coffee is mixed in the ratio of 5. Let's take it as 5 kg, and chicory is mixed at the rate of 75 in the ratio of 2, that is 2 kg. Now can we solve it? Yes, now ma'am we can solve because the ratio was there, so we got confused what to do. No. So coffee is equals to 250 into 5 kg we can write, and chicory is equals to 75 into 2 we can write. So 25 into 5 is coming to 1250 and 75 into 2 is coming to 150. So the total cost price, let it be cost price 1 and 2 I am writing for our convenient factor so that we won't get confused. So the total cost price comes to 1400. Now what more thing we can see is we are mixing it at a cost of 230 per kg. So selling price is what? What is the total quantity involved here is? It is 5 plus 2 is 7. So 230 into 7 we are getting the cost price here as 1610. So whenever we see that the selling price is exceeding the cost price, we can see that there is a profit on the whole transaction. So here it is a profit of 210 rupees. 1610 minus 1400, it is coming to 210. Now profit percentage is equals to 210 by 1400. We will always take on cost price. We cannot take it on selling price, and we will take the total cost because we are calculating the overall profit and loss here. So when we calculate, the answer is coming to 15%. So wasn't the question of blendings easy? Yes, now ma'am they are very easy. So let's look some more tricky questions. See one more sum which we have done earlier also, but we will be doing once more so that we can revise ourselves. If the selling price of 16 bottles is equal to the cost price of 17 water bottles, find the gain percent by the dealer. Here the number of bottles is given to us. We do not have any figure so that we can calculate. What we need to do is we need to make the units equal. In these type of cases, always make the unit equal. The cost price will be the base each time I am repeatedly saying. So please keep this into your mind, students. So see, cost price of one bottle, if one water bottle, I am writing in short form WB. Cost price of one water bottle is equals to 1 rupees. Cost price of 17 water bottle will be what? 17, because here cost price of 17 water bottle is there. Now selling price of 16 water bottle is how much? The cost is the cost price of 17 water bottles, that is 17 rupees. Because I have taken the cost of one water bottle as 1 rupee, so this is 17 rupees. This is also 17 rupees. Now if the selling price of one water bottle will be how much? 17 divided by 16, this is equals. So after doing the calculation, it is 1.0625. So when I know the selling price, it is more than the cost price or not? Cost price is 1 rupee and selling price is 1.0625. So it is exceeding. So it is a profit. So the dealer has made a profit by selling in this deal. So profit is equals to 1.0625 minus 1. That accounts to 0.0625. What will be the profit percentage? Why are you all getting confused by seeing decimal? No need to do that. 0.0625 by 1 into 100. If I multiply simply by 100, I am getting 6.25% profit, or it is 61 by 4 percentage. So this is the easiest way in which we can solve this type of equations without involving x, 100 or anything else. Just take the number of pieces as the number of rupees. This is the simplest trick which we can do with these type of questions and solve them very easily. See, one more sum where these types of figures, the number by selling 45 lemons, a vendor loses a sum equal to selling price of 3 lemons. Find the loss percent. Till the time we were doing the calculations on profit, so we were taking the cost price as 1, which was very easy. But if here it is a loss, we can of course take by doing the cost price. But let's learn a new trick in which we can do, whereas we are taking the selling price as 1 instead of the cost price, because we are going through the reverse gear. It is a loss, so we are taking selling price because selling price will be less, whereas cost price will be more. We can do in any way. So we are learning a different trick today in order to solve this. If the selling price for 45 lemons is equals to 45 rupees, the vendor is having a loss of 3 lemons. So loss is equals to how much? 3 rupees only, because 3 lemons cost, selling price of 3 lemons will be 3 only. So in this case, what do we know? We know that selling price plus loss is the cost price. Cost price is always higher when we are comparing these two. Cost price will be more and selling price will be less. Then only a person is incurring a loss. So we can simply add 45 plus 3 is equals to 48. Wow, ma'am, it is so easy. Now we don't find any difficulty in doing it. Yes, whenever we take these numbers as the base and these only as the rupees, we can easily calculate it. So here loss is 3 rupees. So loss percent is what? We always calculate on cost price. So it is coming to 3 by 48 into 100, which is equals to 6.25%, or if I want to write in fraction, it is 1 by 4, because 25 is fourth portion of 100. So isn't the sum very interesting and easy? In the reverse gear side also, see, some more tricks involved. We are trying to solve each and every question. A man bought apples at rupees 10 for 75 and sold them at 75 per dozen. Find his loss or gain percent. See, you can see that the cost price of 10 apples is given to us, whereas the selling price of 1 dozen is given to us. So whenever we get these type of sums, I have always said you students that try to equalize the number, because the units have to be similar. This is pieces, this is dozen. So let's convert this cost price also into dozen for our conveniency factor. So cost price of 10 apples is equals to 75 rupees. So cost price of 1 will be 75 by 10. So cost price of 12 pieces, in 1 dozen there are 12 pieces. So 7.5 into 12, this is equals to 90 rupees. So when the cost price is 90 rupees and the selling price of 1 dozen is equals to 75 rupees, we can clearly see that the person is making a loss, because when selling price is less than the cost price, the person has incurred a loss. So loss is equals to 15 rupees, 90 minus 75, and loss percentage will be what? 15 by 90 into 100. Never take selling price, because selling price is not calculated while we find out loss percent or profit percent. So now after doing the calculations, we got 16.66%, or we can write 16 2 by 3 percentage. So wasn't the sum very easy? It looks so tricky, but if we are doing it in a systematic and correct way, by understanding each and every point, converting it into equal units, we can easily find the answer. See again one more very tricky question. In this case, we are not being asked to calculate the cost price or the selling price, but we are being asked to calculate the quantity. So with this information, how we are supposed to find out? Let's see. A man purchased some eggs at ₹3 for 16 and sold them at 5 for 36 rupees. So thus he gained ₹168 in all. The profit is given to us. The selling price and the cost price is not being provided here to us. How many eggs did he purchase? And we have to find the total quantity of the eggs purchased by the shopkeeper. So, see the cost price first. If I am purchasing 3 eggs, cost price of 3 eggs is equals to 16, means cost price of 1 egg is equals to 16 by 3. Let the number of eggs purchased is equals to x. So 16 by 3x, because we don't know the total quantity. If I know the cost price of 1, whatever number of eggs I purchased will be multiplied with the cost price of 1, and then I can find the total cost price. Similarly, selling price of 5 eggs is equals to 36 rupees. So here also if I find the cost of, here also if I find the selling price of 1 egg, I can find the selling price. If I find the selling price of 1 and I multiply with the number of eggs purchased, I can find the overall gain or loss in this particular transaction. So what is my profit? Profit is always selling price minus cost price, because it is already given in the question that there is a gain of 168 rupees. So if 168 is equals to what in the other way, how can we write? We can write it like this in the other way. Now by taking the LCM, if I find and solve, it becomes, now this is equals to 28x by 15, or I can write that 168 into 15 by 28 is equals to x, which on calculating we got 90, not rupees, it is number of piece. So the total number of eggs purchased is 90. This was a reverse type of question asked to us, where the profit was given, whereas the selling price and cost price were missing. We have to identify and find out and then do the calculation. After doing, wasn't the sum easy? If we practice, it is the most easiest way in which we could have taken out the answer. See one more tricky sum in which fraction is involved. Meenakshi sells a pen for ₹54, means selling price is 54 and loses. Loss is 1 by 10th. 1 by 10th of what? Cost price. Because we always calculate on cost price, find the cost price of the pen. So we don't know the cost price, let the cost price be x. If this is x, then loss becomes 1 by 10 of x or not? Yes. And what is cost price? If cost price is x, loss becomes 1 by 10 of x. If cost price is x and loss is 1 by 10x on the basis of x, because I told that whenever we are doing, if I am taking this as the unit here, this is the unit, so the selling price will also be converted into the same unit, so that we can do the calculation. So selling price is what? Cost price minus loss becomes the selling price. So x minus 1 by 10x, which is equals to 9x by 10, isn't it? See, fractions are sum, but solved in such a easy way. Isn't it very easy? So 9x by 10 is the selling price which we got. related to X. But we know that the actual selling price is 54 rupees. So X is equals to 54 into 10 by 9, which amounts to 60 rupees. So now the cost price we are getting is 60 rupees and selling price is 54 rupees. Isn't it very easy? Yes ma'am, it was easy. So just practice, try to convert and make the units equal so that the calculation and the sum also becomes easy. You don't face any hurdles after that. Now in the question, when we got the cost price as 60 and selling price as 54, what is the loss? The loss is 6 rupees and loss percentage will be 6 by 60 into 100. This is equals to 10%. So the dealer had a loss of 10%. So these are some of the sums which we try to solve today so that we can deal profit and loss more easily and conveniently. Till the time, for the next video we would be doing some more sums which are really little bit complicated, but we would try to solve them in the most easiest way. Till the time, keep practicing, stay safe. If any doubt, please see the link in the description box of the previous videos and practice, because practice makes a man perfect. It is an old saying, but it applies on everyone. So thank you.